Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Have you guys been looking for me? Well, guess what? You found me in the kitchen with Angela. Creole Roots girl in the house. You know it's Saturday or Sunday, and today is Saturday. Today I am doing a meal prep for Sunday, of course. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. You guys come on in. I am doing a turkey, okay? I know turkeys are normally for holidays. People usually do that. But no, I felt like eating turkey. But I'm going to brine my turkey, okay? And I'm going to cut it into cutlets after I brine it and let it sit overnight. That's what we're going to do. This is my kitchen, my way, how I like to do it. So we're going to meal prep today using turkey. And here is my turkeys. This is the chicken breast of the meat, okay? So this is what I actually use, the turkey tenderloin. See that? So I'm going to show you how I brine mine, okay? And I'm starting off with a stock pot right here, okay? And then I have some apple juice, 2 quarts of apple juice, okay? Whoa. So that it jumped at me. I already had my pot hot. So I'm using the whole 2 quarts, okay? And then I'm gonna be adding a cup of kosher salt, if you can see that, you guys, okay? And then I'm going to add a cup of that, and I already mixed my garlic in there, you see that? You can use fresh garlic. I ran out and didn't realize it. And no, I wasn't going to no store. So I also have a couple of bay leaf. I'm going to add into my brine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do 4 because I'm doing 2 cutlets, okay? So then I'm going to add some brown sugar and some sage. This is dry sage too, if you can see that. Okay, I'm going to add my sage in here. Okay, and then I'm going to add some brown sugar. Okay, this is the brown sugar I use. Okay, so it's a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. It's going to be a little bit more. No telling with me. A little bit more, it won't hurt. Just a little bit. I'm not going to add it all, just a little bit, okay? So then, after that happens, we're going to let this go to a boil. But first, I'm going to add an orange in there. Yeah, I told you my kitchen, my way. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do, okay? So I'm going to add this orange. Let me just go ahead and cut it open. Not going to add the peel. You can, but I don't want to. So I'm not going to add the peel in there. These days I just don't trust certain things, and I would have had to scrub it and all that. So just a 1/2 orange, just for the flavor. I think that's going to be good. I'll eat the other half, you guys. So yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I have to bring that to a boil. Okay, so I have to bring all this to a boil. When the salt, sorry you guys, when the salt evaporates in here, then you let it cool down. I'm gonna pour my water in there. I have my water already, so I'm just letting that boil. I already have my loins set up, and I'm gonna be adding some liquid smoke because I'm gonna cook this in the oven. Since I'm not gonna do this on a grill or a smoker, it's gonna be smoked, but it's gonna be done oven style. Y'all remember, I don't like to go outside too much. Outside is for birds. I'm not a bird. So I'll go ahead and get that started, okay? And I have some sweet potatoes as well. I'm going to be cutting up a lot more. These came from Sprouts. I'm going to use them. But I also have some sweet potatoes, and we're doing some green beans. So here's my sweet potatoes I have to cut up, you guys. And that's what my meal prep is this week. 5 meals. Just rub them together. You have 5 meals, okay? And that's what we're doing. So I'm trying to be real healthy. I'm trying to get back in stride. Don't worry about my dress. Yeah, it's a little big, but I bought a small, but I'm getting smaller. So don't worry about it though. It ain't nothing. So I'm just going to stretch out my chicken breast fillets. This is the breast meat. And we're going to get them all marinated in that good. Then we're going to put them in the oven. We're going to let this sit overnight. And we're going to put this in the oven on 300, about 300 for about, I'd say 3.5 hours. Yeah. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of liquid smoke, okay? So this is strong. I'm not going to use a full tablespoon because I wanted to have the aroma or the taste of smoke. So I'm just adding that liquid smoke in there, okay? I want it to come to a real quick boil. And then we're going to add the water in the brine. Okay. I didn't want to add too much because liquid smoke is very strong. And I don't want the meat to be overpowered with the liquid smoke. That's unnecessary. You want to taste your meat. You know what I'm saying? So you guys get what I'm saying. You don't want, like when you want something spicy, you don't want the spice to be so abrupt and rude to you that you can't even taste the delicacy of the meat. So it's okay. We got this covered. I did a little bit liquid smoke. We're going to put it in the oven. And you can even buy the wood pellets and put it in the oven with a little sheet pan and put the pellets under there wet and let it cook like that. But that's not what I want to do today. Maybe we'll come back and do that again with something else like pork or something. We'll see how we roll. So the salt I know has come and evaporated. So I'm going to turn this off. It was that simple, you guys. That simple. And I decided I wanted apple. So why not? You know? So you can even put a whole apple in here. But why? We have the apple juice. Okay? So now that has come to a complete boil, I have the sage in there, the garlic, the kosher salt, brown sugar, and apple juice. And then I'm going to cool this pot down. And I put an orange in there with liquid smoke. I'm cooling the pot down with some water, okay? It's about the same 2 parts of water. So you let the pot cool down, room temperature. Then you're going to add the meat in there, okay? Once you add, pour that meat. I mean, not pour the meat. You can't pour meat. Once you pour the brine onto the meat after it's cooled down, you put it in the fridge until overnight. The longer you put a brine in somewhere, that's the better it be. You can leave a brine for up to a week if you want, you know. And I'm going to also insulate my brine with the foil. I'm going to use two of these foil sheets and cover it up when it's ready. But we're going to let it cool down. Then we're going to pour the brine on top of the turkey breast meat. And there you have it. That's my brine. That's how I do things. And you just pour this liquid onto the turkey. Let it sit overnight. As long you can set it up, like I said, you can do 48 hours, 72 hours. You can do up to a week if you want. The better the brine, how long it sit, the better the meat. It's tender, juicy, moist. And I'm going to slow cook it in a 300 oven for at least 3.5 hours, okay? So there you have it, in the kitchen with Angela. If you like the things I'm doing, you can follow me. I'm not gone yet, but check me out on Instagram, on Facebook, and of course, you know, my YouTube channel. So I'll be back to you guys in the morning, in the AM, After everything has settled down on my brine, I'll show you the brine and everything. Then we'll render off the liquid from the brine. And then we're going to go ahead and cook that meat in the oven for on 300 for over 3.5 hours. Very low, slow cook, ease, you know, let it breathe. I'll be back to you guys shortly. Wait for me in the morning. I got some things for you. Thank you. Hello, so it's early morning, you guys. I'm back with my brine turkey. I have my oven set on 300. Okay, and here's the turkey. You have to, after you brine it, you have to take and pour the juice off. Just get rid of the juice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each piece and clear off the residue from the brine. Okay. And put it back in the pan. Like I said, I'm not smoking this the way you do it outside. I'm taking care of it in the stove on 300 for a couple of hours. Okay, so I'm just cleaning off the residue from the brine, putting it back in. I'm gonna discard my paper towel. And then I'm going to rinse my hands off. In this process, I'm gonna do it again. Like I said, the oven is on, it's set on 300, and I'm gonna cook this for a couple of hours. I'm gonna drizzle it with some olive oil. And I'm gonna put it in the oven for a couple of hours. Like I said, the process takes long because it's overnight, but the thing about this is it doesn't take very long to cook. It's marinating the turkey breast. That's the problem. But it's easy. I mean, it's an overnight thing. And I want it to be tender. And I'm gonna cover it with foil. Okay, not this one. I'm gonna throw this one away. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with foil. You're supposed to get rid of the brine, throw it away. You don't keep that, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, flip my breasts back over the way I like them. I'm leaving my oranges in there. And there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with foil for a little while. And then I'm gonna put it in the oven. Okay. And let it slow cook for a couple of hours. I'm gonna come back and check on it, you guys. You'll be right with me every step of the way. If you like the things that I'm doing, you know what to do. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and you know my YouTube channel. I'll be back. Bye. Okay, you guys, I'm back. My smoked turkey has been cooking for a couple of hours or more. I'm about to pull it out the oven. Get this right here. Do my little baste. They have that nice crust on it. It's been smoking for almost 3 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and do a test for you guys, okay? So let me see if I could get you guys positioned right so you can see what I'm doing here. I don't want it to fall. I've been working with my camera as best I can. Okay, just moving this to the side so you guys can see that. And I'm gonna go ahead and test it to see how tender it is, you know. So I'm gonna cut a piece off. And it's really tender, you guys. Very tender. I'm so proud of my meat. I'm telling you. I'm going to get a serrated knife. But I think it turned out pretty well. I'll put it right here. Let you guys see. With my serrated knife. Look how tender it is and easy to cut, you guys. I'm really proud of this. It turned out great. It really did. I'm gonna put it on a little saucer for you guys to see. And just see how that meat turned out. Look at it. It tastes really good too. Look at that. It's beautiful. Turned out really great. Very moist and tender, juicy. And that's my brine chicken with apple juice. And it turned out magnificent. I'm so very thankful that you guys join me on my channel every week. This is In the Kitchen with Angela, Creole Roots, all things New Orleans. Subscribe to my channel. Invite others to my channel. You can like, comment, and you hit the bell to be notified when other videos drop, okay? You can go on Instagram, Facebook, and you know YouTube. So thanks again for joining me in my kitchen. Have a great day. Bye.